All right, court is calling 2023 CR 4008, State of Texas versus Michael Joseph Moore. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Counsel for the state.
Suzanne Kramer for Mr. Moore.
And are you Michael Joseph Moore?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you entered a plea in this case on October 5th to count 1 of no contest. The state waived count 2. The court found that there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The state was silent on your application for community supervision. Because there is such a length of time for PSIs, the court just ordered your criminal history, and the court will use that as a basis on whether or not to grant your application. The state is silent. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge, just a few things. While on bond, I don't really remember what got us in front of you, but we were in front of you on something. And you had just given a recommendation to Mr. Moore that he might, while on bond, seek some treatment for himself, which he did do. He started going to Lifetime and has got with a counselor named Peggy McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, he was going to go into the inpatient section of Lifetime, but he got arrested. And I'll just remind the judge, it wasn't for anything other than Mark Garcia with A Action or Cowboy. I can't remember which particular bond company you were with, Cowboy. Although I had been here earlier that morning, he came in knowing I was here after I left and asked Judge Harrell to increase the bond because Mr. Moore apparently missed a check-in. So that's what got him back in custody and unable to participate in the inpatient program at Lifetime. But I also wanted him to because it sounds much better coming from him when he talks about how he was so upset about going to jail because he really wanted to get this help. He had no court order requiring to do it. He did it all on his own. If you would like to hear from Mr. Moore, he can speak with you.
Sure. If you can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record, please.
Michael Moore.
All right.
And Michael, I had talked to you about you will be allowed to speak with the judge about your desires to seek help and why you went and got it, even though you weren't court ordered to do so. Did you let her know a little bit about that?
I just my counselor has just told me how would you feel getting inpatient, and I told her yes, I'll do it. You know, I do it just, you know what I mean, just to get the help. And after I got enrolled, I started, my drug tests started coming out clean. I started coming out, you know what I mean, negative on my UA. So I felt like it was a good help and it was helping me.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm not sure that he's ever really had any kind of help before. I'm not sure that he's ever before. He's getting a little bit older now, had the desire to seek help, but he did it on his own. You did not court order him. I do not believe to do it. It's a condition of bond. And I think that speaks very well for his incentive to do well on this probation, if you so grant it.
Right. State, I know you're silent, but are there any fact issues you wish to bring to the court's attention?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Moore, people say all the time that probation in this court is hard. And I guess it is, but I'm trying to do things to help people rehabilitate themselves so they will not be back in front of me again or in front of another court again. So you have a choice. I can grant your application for probation, or either I can sentence you to 5 years in prison on each of the cases. Which would you prefer?
Probation.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do in each case. And the court will note the evading arrest and detention was evading an arrest on a bicycle.
Yes.
All right. So the court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 7 years. Each case will run concurrently. You're to forfeit any weapons. All right, do you have any children? You need to answer.
No, Your Honor.
All right. You're going to be inpatient treatment with lifetime recovery. And that's to be transferred by lifetime recovery. So once they pick you up, you'll be allowed to go. We're going to start off with GPS. And that'll be GPS for, let's do 4 months.
Will that be full or partial, Judge?
We're going to start off with full because he should be in his recovery at Lifetime. And if
Okay.
Lifetime feels that it's time for him to start working, they can approach the court.
Thank you, Judge.
And I'll ask that the fees are waived or deferred. There is to be the UA hotline and probation. I'm sure Lifetime Recovery is doing their drug testing as well. If you want to accept their drug testing for that, you can. Proof of employment within 90 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors and field visits 1 time per month until further notice. And probation, with regards to field visits, if you all know that he's at Lifetime Recovery, you can just call or either accept the fact that he's at Lifetime Recovery. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
We can go off the record. Mr. Mora, this is your chance to get your life together. I will tell you, anytime you use drugs, you never know if that's going to be your last time to use. And if you are providing drugs to other people, that's not good either because you're building your happiness of somebody else's misery. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. Let me be excused.
Yes. All right, if you could, thank you. It'll be after this one.
Yeah.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 4073, State versus Michael Joseph Mora. Can I have parties announced?
Lauren Espinoza for the state.
And Kelly Piddle from Stamore.
And are you Mr. Mora?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are you the same Michael Joseph Mora who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 4008 for the offense of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams on October 19, 2023? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 8th day of February 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Michael Joseph Mora, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the supervision officer in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 25th day of January 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Michael Joseph Mora, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the supervision officer in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
State will waive the remaining.
Any objections to the state's waivers? Did you understand by pleading true to violations 2 and 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 5 years in the prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition 2 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of conditions 2 and 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Judge, the proposed agreement is to deny state's motion, alter and amend conditions to add mental health evaluation as well as follow those recommendations.
All right, and what is that based upon?
Based on the court summary here, there is notation from the probation officer that he may be struggling with that mental health as well as I believe defense would probably be able to speak to that better than the state.
Judge, we're in agreement with the state's recommendation. Mr. Moore suffers from mental health diagnosis, and we believe that he would be better served being supervised by the MIC unit and receiving treatment through probation.
If he's drug tested, if you're you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you yield will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Michael Mora.
Right. When you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you are going to get drug tested today. I'm sorry.
Negative.
All right. What we're going to do is we're going to have you drug tested today, and I will make my ruling when you come back. Okay.
Thank you.
Right, we're back on the record in 2023 CR 4008. Can I have parties announced? All right, and are you Mr. Mora? All right, you had entered a plea to violations 2 and 2. All right, and states you're asking for an evaluation,
Yes.
mental health? All right, have you received any diagnosis? And what is your diagnosis? All right, this is what the court will do. The court will follow your agreement. And the reason why I'm following the agreement, because it appears the mental health issues have not been addressed. So I'm going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include, I'm going to want a mental health evaluation to see if he's eligible for the mid caseload. And who are you seeing? Is it through Center for Healthcare Services? All right, I want continued treatment through Center for Healthcare Services. And do you live alone? All right, and are you receiving any payment for taking care of her? Okay. And what do you do? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna want, how long is it gonna take to do the evaluation?
If it is out of custody, the earliest appointment is January 15th.
All right, Miss Ferguson, I'm gonna want this recall for a status update after January 15th. Let's put it on the 22nd. All right, so on January 22nd, we're gonna be back here. They should have an update for me on the mental health evaluation. Meanwhile, you need to continue doing what you're doing, okay? If there are any issues, let your probation officer know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can come back here. Main thing, stay med compliant. If there are any side effects from your medications, you need to talk to the doctor about it. Don't just stop in the middle, all right? All right, is there anything else you need from the court? All right, good luck to you. Thank you. Hello. Hi, all right, how's everything doing?
Great. Going great.
I'm so happy for you. Yeah. So is treatment going well? Medication's going well?
Yes, I updated and my next medication I picked up is on the 1st of February. So I just got insurance, so now I'm paid for everything. Everything will be paid for. And I updated on every single meds, but I need to talk to the doctor because the doctor said that there was some meds that I have to be taking no more.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for that to see the doctor on the 26th.
All right, just make sure you follow through on everything. And I always tell people, I'm not a medical doctor. What's that commercial? But I did stay at what is it, Holiday Inn or somewhere you stayed at? So this is what I always tell people about that. Getting off of medication. Make sure you talk to your doctor. Side effects from medication. Make sure you talk to your doctor because sometimes, from what I've read, quitting medications cold turkey, it's not good. It does something with your body and with your body chemistry and everything, and it may have an adverse effects on everything. So have you been staying in touch with probation?
Probation, and I just reported one time. I report, I think, next month.
So make sure that you keep up with your calendar, stay in touch with probation. I want you to be successful in probation. All right. So if you need something or something's going on, or you just need somebody to talk to, you can pick up the phone and call your probation officer.
Judge, Mr. Moore did appear for his mental health evaluation.
Mhm.
He was approved for the mental health unit.
Okay.
So I'm sure his probation officer is going to talk to him about that. His last urinalysis was negative. I did show positive accolades in the last reporting chrono for him.
Mhm.
So it looks like we're on the right track.
Awesome. I'm glad you're on the right track. So I will tell you, they're saying that they're approving you for the mental health section of probation.
Yes.
That's a good thing because then they'll know what's going on with you and know what other people should be doing. And it'll help you remain on the right track. All right. So are you employed? What's going on?
Yes, I'm still employed.
Awesome. All right. That is fantastic. Well, I tell you what we're gonna do. Everything is going well, but I still want to like keep track just a little bit because what you're on probation for, like there's major time potentially associated with that, and I don't want to see that happen. So what we're gonna do, what do you think? Recalling it in 60 days to see?
Sounds good, Judge.
All right, so we're gonna recall you back here in 60 days just to get a status update. And between now and then, again, if there's some issues, key to being successful is communication. Stay in touch with your probation officer. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to see me, okay? All right, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you.
All right. All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I get a 60-day reset?
Yes, March 20.
Yes.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Moore, I forgot to ask you. They're saying March 23rd. What's your work schedule? Do you need to look at your phone or something to see if you?
No, I work, I can ask for the day off.
Okay. All right, so we'll bring you back on March 23rd, and that's just to see how everything is going, all right?
Okay.
All right, just have a seat. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.